Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your Excellencies, heads of delegations and organizations, dear colleagues, welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and to Riyadh, my city, the city where I was born, the city I love, where I spent most of my life, one which I studied, worked in, and worked on. The cities whose responsibilities and prospects, as well as its pains and hopes, falls upon my shoulder today as its mayor. I also stand before you today wearing another hat as the president of the Arab Urban Development Institute, a non-profit organization representing over 650 Arab cities and committed to advancing urban development by enhancing the institutional and leadership capacities. The Institute serves as a regional hub for international partnerships and actively represents these cities in global networks and forums. Our distinguished guests, I welcome you to our beloved capital, and I hope that your visit to Riyadh proves to be a meaningful opportunity to explore the city and to gain insights into the innovative urban planning approaches the city champions. Approaches that harmoniously blend historical depth with modernity in an era that is largely defined by digital transformation. We gather today to celebrate a relationship as old as civilization itself, the dynamic interaction between Arab and European cities, from the bustling markets of medieval Baghdad to the Renaissance of Rome, from Haussmann's Paris to medieval Cairo. Our urban landscapes have been shaped by dialogue spanning hundreds of years. The dialogue is not just a page from playbook of history. It is a lively and an ongoing conversation that continues to redefine how we build, manage, sustain our cities. Historically and geographically, cities of Europe and the Arab world have always been connected and always influenced each other. The roots of the Arab-European urban exchange go back to ancient times, where the Roman Empire built roads and cities that became arteries of trade and ideas. The Nabateans, which is a pre-Islamic civilization, carved out the city of Petra as a hub linking the Arabian Peninsula to the Mediterranean. These early networks paved the way for further profound exchanges. Umayyad Andalusia as well in the 8th century represented a crucial turning point where cities like Cordoba became bridges between Islamic and European worlds. The Salah ad-Din citadel in Cairo, built in the 12th century, incorporated elements of European defensive designs, creating a unique blend of Islamic and European architecture. These connections taught us that cities thrive when layers of history coexist and intervene. And they highlighted that innovation thrives at points of convergence, just as I hope it will during this dialogue in which we are about to embark. Ladies and gentlemen, as we start this event, I am reminded by Aristotle saying that men come together in cities to live, but they stay to enjoy the good life. We, as local leaders and managers of cities, have a big responsibility to create a better future for our people. And this city-to-city discussion is a necessary step to achieve our ambition. The importance of this forum lies in its role as a platform for exchanging experiences and forging partnerships between more than 100 participating Arab and European cities and organizations. It serves to enhance cooperation across various fields, to develop joint solutions for urban challenges, and to focus on the needs of our communities. It also provides the opportunity for bilateral meetings between municipalities and cities and organizations to achieve mutual benefits and open new horizons. Today, our cities face common and sometimes different challenges. We have accordingly designed this dialogue around few key themes that are equally relevant to both Arab and European cities. It is here that we can learn from each other in making cities more human-friendly and more focused on the quality of life. As we start this dialogue, it is important to recognize that we do not all face the same challenges, as we often inhabit very different cities. Major European cities, for example, are navigating a complex landscape of demographic shifts, environmental pressures, and economic transition. For instance, one of the most pressing issues in Europe is aging population, risking economic stagnation and underutilized public services. On the other hand, some Arab cities face fundamentally different challenges resulting from rapid population growth. Environmental strategies also differ, where European cities are striving to achieve carbon neutrality goals. Arab cities struggle to cope with water scarcity and desertification. Nevertheless, there are many opportunities for mutual learning between different cities. Arab cities' localized crisis responses, like the community-led rebuilding, and Europe's network city alliances could provide a hybrid governance model. Arab cities could learn from Europe's economic diversification, while Europe might adopt Arab resilience tactic for state-dependent regions. By combining these lessons, all cities can cultivate resilient, inclusive, and sustainable futures. The Arab-European City Dialogue embodies our renewed partnership, in which we can focus our cooperation on promoting inclusive governance, preserving cultural heritage, and working together on climate change and urban greening. While today marks the beginning of the first edition of this dialogue, our future sessions will be held biennially in alternating Arab and European cities. I look forward to the announcement of the 2027 host city during this forum, ensuring continuity and momentum. We have a full agenda in the coming days, but I believe the true value lies not only in the formal sessions, but in the informal interactions and relationships that we're building here in these 3 days. Distinguished guests, your presence today in Riyadh is an opportunity not only to engage with each other in this great conglomeration of city leaders, but also to engage with the host city as well, in what may prove to be a historic moment in its progress. In recent history, Riyadh's growth has been characterized by intense speed, making it one of the fastest growing cities in terms of population and physical space in this century. In less than 100 years, Riyadh has transformed from a small walled town measuring 1 square kilometer and with a population of no more than 30,000 people into one of the greatest and largest capitals in the Arab world, with a population exceeding 8 million people and equally massive urban expansion spanning more than 1,500 square kilometers. However, today Riyadh enters a new era of growth, one which is guided by our country's Vision 2030, an ambition so high that it stirs admiration and awe. Riyadh today is proud to be home not only of grand development plans, but also to the sum of many historically significant projects. Each is grandiose in its scale and goal, some of which we hope you get to know through their sessions or site visits. Take, for instance, King Salman Park, which will start receiving visitors within the next few months. At the heart of the city, it is promising to be the world's largest urban park. Just think of London's famous Hyde Park. King Salman Park will inshallah be 7 times its size. This is just one of the many projects underway in our city. Others like Dir'iyya, New Murabba, Giddiya, Sports Boulevard are no less ambitious. And add to this the many international events that we will be hosting in the near future, including the Riyadh Expo 2030 and the 2034 World Cup, giving us an unprecedented story of urban development, which I would like to share with you today 3 points from this truly unique journey. First, in the past, Riyadh has always been dealing with rapid growth, catching up by delivering services quickly and very efficiently. This in itself was very remarkable. But today, however, we recognize that while this was a necessity at the time, it had some adverse effects on the city, and the city needs to leap into a next stage of development story. As the city matures, we are transitioning into a different model, one which changes the narratives and flips the model. Rather than development catching up with growth, we want development to lead growth, where we focus on the right kind of growth and put together an emphasis on the resultant quality of life. It will take time, but we are confident that this is a very long-term project with a massive impact. Second, while our flagship projects are very impressive, we understand that a successful city is more than a collection of grand development. It is much more than that. While we are proud of these giga projects, what truly defines Riyadh is its community-led initiatives, the informal networks, and the impromptu spaces where the city thrives. Our responsibility as city leaders is sometimes very direct, but in many instances, it is to support and give way, and in occasions, to just let them be. A great city is a deliberate, integrated vision that weaves together its projects and the spaces in between into a cohesive and meaningful whole. Perhaps Riyadh, in this historic moment, provides a unique opportunity to observe and learn. Third, as city leaders, we must accept that not all positive change is in our direct control. We try our best, but often the greatest value comes from somewhere else. I make a habit of asking the many departing visitors we get in Riyadh about their most lasting memory of their time in the city. Many would expect praise for a mega project or a piece of very expensive infrastructure, but the most common response I receive is about people of Riyadh, their energy, the optimism, and the welcoming nature. This does not transmit only through meeting government officials, but a general sense of beliefs comes through in the small daily interactions with almost everyone in the city. The energy and belief is what makes Riyadh exceptional and drives the transformation. While hard to define, it is our most valuable asset. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Roman roads that connected Palmyra to Lyon, to the digital networks that connect Riyadh to Madrid, our cities remain testaments to the collective genius of humanity. They remind us that walls divide while bridges unite. Dialogue is the beginning of any collaboration. We would also do well as we approach our mission to remember our responsibilities, best articulated by Winston Churchill's statement that we make our cities and they make us back in return. While today marks the beginning of the first edition of this dialogue, our future sessions will be held every 2 years in a different city, alternating between Arab and European cities. I look forward to our dialogues continuing in these future editions. In fact, the conclusion of the dialogue this year, the 2027 host city will be announced. This will ensure that this forum remains a vital and important platform that enables cities to exchange experiences and enhance cooperation. We will have a heavy schedule for the coming few days, and I encourage you all to use your time here as best as possible and hope for a fruitful outcome for our cities and their people. Finally, I would also like to acknowledge the organizing committee of the conference and the staff of the Arab Urban Development Institute, also the Riyadh municipality team for their work on putting this event together, and all of you for being here contributing to this dialogue. Special thanks as well goes to the valued partners, Platforma, the European platform for local and regional governments, and then to the International Agency of the Association of Netherlands Municipalities. I would like to end these brief remarks by wishing a productive dialogue, and above all, a good time in Riyadh, discovering this young, but one of the most vibrant cities in the Arab world today. Thank you very much.